the mid-1940s. Imagine rooms, not desktops, housing computers. These were giants, behemoths of metal, wires, and whirring relays, filling entire halls with their presence. Scientists and engineers buzzed with excitement, believing these colossal brains could unlock the universe's secrets. They were on the cusp of something revolutionary. However, these early computers were delicate and temperamental. Engineers expected technical hitches, but not an enemy of a different kind. An intruder so small, yet capable of halting these powerful machines. A tiny saboteur ready to make its mark on history, becoming a cornerstone of computing folklore. Enter Grace Hopper, a name synonymous with pioneering computer science. She was a brilliant mathematician and a rear admiral in the U.S. Navy, a true force of nature. In 1947, Hopper was working with the Harvard Mark II computer. One warm afternoon, the machine suddenly stopped. The team, including Hopper, gathered around, puzzled. They checked power, connections, and instructions. Hours passed. Frustration mounted. Hopper encouraged out-of-the-box thinking. The answer, when it came, was stranger than they imagined. As the investigation continued, with Hopper and her team methodically checking each component, their attention eventually turned to a specific relay panel, Panel F, to be precise. One particular relay within this panel seemed to be the source of the malfunction. It was consistently failing to make a proper connection, causing the entire computation to stall. The team focused their efforts here, hoping to spot a loose wire or a jammed component. It was then, during this close inspection, that one of the engineers made a most unusual discovery. Lodged firmly between the contacts of relay number 70 in panel F was a small deceased moth. The moth's fragile body had interfered with the relay's ability to close, preventing the electrical circuit from completing. It was an astonishing moment, a bizarre intersection of the biological and the technological worlds, something no one had anticipated. The irony was not lost on them. This was not the kind of bug they were used to dealing with, which usually referred to more abstract problems in design or logic, not a literal creepy crawly. Carefully, using a pair of tweezers, an engineer extracted the unfortunate moth from the relay. The offending insect was then meticulously taped into the computer's logbook, a physical testament to the day's peculiar troubleshooting adventure. Alongside the moth, an entry was made. First actual case of bug being found. This act of preservation was more than just a quirky record-keeping habit. It was an acknowledgement of a truly unique event. The term bug had been used in engineering circles before to describe glitches, but this was different. This was tangible, a real physical bug causing a real physical problem in their advanced computational device. Once the moth was removed, the relay was cleaned, and the Harvard Mark II whirred back to life, its calculations resuming as if nothing had happened. The immediate problem was solved, much to the relief of Grace Hopper and her team. The story of the moth in the relay quickly became a popular anecdote among the early computing community. Grace Hopper herself, a gifted storyteller, often recounted the tale, much to the amusement of her audiences. The logbook entry, with the moth still taped to the page, is now a treasured artifact, preserved at the Smithsonian National Museum of American History. It stands as a quirky yet significant piece of computing history, a tangible link to those early days of giant machines and unforeseen obstacles. It's a story that continues to be told, a small but enduring legacy from the dawn of the computer age, reminding us that even the smallest things can have a significant impact.